my noble band of outlaws. Outlaw Samurai.
Outlaw Night.
Coming at you live with a video. A cutting video. Now, as you can see, we have the outlaw wagon in the background. What you don't know is we have another mode of bottle transportation that will be in later videos called the outlaw trolley. That is currently in the works at the moment. We are going to see, basically, who can cut cleaner, Outlaw Knight or Outlaw Samurai. Our criteria is as such. The one with the smoother, flatter cut. Not so much form, not so much, well, fancy shit. It's just who can get the cleaner, flatter cut without scalloping, scooping, or any other kind of whoosh-a-whoosh-oo. So, Outlaw Knight is up first. To keep this fair, Outlaw Knight will be using the sharp side of the cold steel hand and a half sword, and I will be using the equally as sharp Warrior O katana. Same size, blade length and size are pretty similar, and we may even do a versus video to see which sword is better. This may turn into a versus one as well. So without further ado, don't problem students, cut that bastard! Remember, make sure it's the sharp side. Alright. Inspect the cut.
That was the cleanest cut I've ever made.
I can vouch for that. It appears you only had one off spot, or is that just the foil?
If you can get it off there.
So I can get the fucking thing off. I don't want to use my teeth because of how long these have been sitting out. They've been sitting out almost half of the fucking summer. There we go. Alright. Using the top, I'd say that's a pretty fair flat cut. We're not going to be counting any kind of micro ridges, just simply because that can occur during any kind of cutting. Especially if cutting when you're not doing it slow and precise, you're doing it fast like we are. And of course, Outlaw Knight is going to switch mid fucking video and use the...
Well, you kind of have to. You got to put some variety.
Oh yeah. The 1796 Light Cavalry Saber, also from Cold Steel. I think I'm the only one, besides Cold Steel themselves, that does a lot of Cold Steel content. Now, we shall see my... So far, Outlaw Knight has 1 point in this. And for those of you wondering, clean cuts are 1 point, scallop cuts are no points, and if we have a stationary, which is where the bottom half stays in port, that's 2 points. Simply because that's additional skill. 3, 2, 1.
Saw where the top went. Yours wasn't necessarily that flat, but...
Oh, no. I scalloped it just
no.
I scalloped it just a little at the end there. Outlaw Knight is ahead by 1 point.
That's surprising. Usually you're on par.
Well, you see, I was on par, but also I felt the blade torque near the end. Usually I don't critique my cuts as much as I probably should. Let her rip. Woo! Now that looked clean.
I scalped it a little bit, maybe. Yeah, that's not clean.
Oh no.
Wait, that is clean, because that's just the shape of the bottle. That's just the shape of the bottle. That's clean.
Yeah. Okay. So Outlaw Knight is ahead at 2 points. Now it's my turn to switch mid-ship. You know it, you love it, we all obsess about it in the sword community. The Unakubi is coming out to play. Or as I have named her, I believe I named this sword the Raven's Talon. I tend to name my swords a lot. Let's see.
I'm going to stick with this one now.
Let's see. This way.
That was not clean.
I don't think that cut. I was so busy. Does that count? I blew it up at the bottom. The problem was I was so busy trying to keep it straight and flat for the criteria that I didn't twist the blade. That was great. Now he's going to show me up with body armor like he did in the short.
Should I go one hand or two?
Yo, pig. So, should we, hold on, before you switch, should we deduct half a point for one hand or two hands?
I don't know. Why would we reduct points?
I don't know. Like,
half a point kind of seems pointless.
Yeah.
Unless it's like you do something like miraculous.
Well, no, it's like with two hands you have more control and power. One hand is less control and less power. So that's why I was thinking. Okay, let it rip.
That would have been a cool hit.
Okay, we'll just do like flat cuts.
Nope.
See, that's what I mean by these things are a bitch. Since he failed.
I blew it. I cut just a little bit.
He's all about that base. About that base. Now, let's see. Let's see if I can finish it off. That counts.
Damn. Just chopped it.
Hey, chopping is... I chopped it and still fucking ended up scalping. I went straight down and everything. Well, this might smell rank, because that's been full for a minute.
That felt nice and clean.
Yeah. We should have thought about bringing a fucking straight edge out here.
Straight edge.
Like a ruler or a fucking...
That's alright.
We don't think this shit ahead of time. We kind of just go with it. Let's see how well I do on the Listerine. Yeah, we each have a special bottle.
Ooh, that felt clean. That sounded very clean.
Oh, it looked very clean too.
Yeah.
So I'm on the board with 1 point. Outlaw Knight with his cheeky bastard self still has strength. Ooh!
Ooh. Yeah, that definitely.
You see, that's what we were talking about, like with control. One hand is good, but you sacrifice power and control for
I mean, she still cut clean.
Yeah. No doubt about that.
Should we do a couple throws in?
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Let's do a couple throws.
Alright. Put that over to the side.
We're gonna see bottles pop into camera, guys.
It's like they're just going to look at this video. It's like, what are these dumbasses doing? Now you may be wondering why we are raising the camera angle.
Well, we should probably pause for that and then adjust the camera.
I've already adjusted it.
I know.
It's in case I throw too high. All right.
I'm gonna do one hand.
If I throw too high, I'll tell you bad, so don't cut.
Okay.
Good.
That was not good. I'd have had to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Okay. Good. Woo! Did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. I think we can be a little more lenient with throw cuts.
Because that feels clean all the way through right there.
Oh, it was. It was clean. This is actually, it scalloped at the very end.
Right at the top. Because look, it split the top too.
Yeah. Well, I think here's the beginning of the cut.
Yeah.
And there's the end. So it scalloped right at the very end. So we're going to count that.
Okay. I'll show you a Pepsi bottle. Well, a nondescript brand bottle.
Yeah, I don't get copyrighted for like saying brand names. I get copyrighted for music. Ready?
Good.
What
That
happened?
was clean. That looked clean.
Is this really the bottle? It was.
It is. That's the only Pepsi Wild Cherry bottle.
Huh.
Here,
I
I'm gonna have you clean this because I'm gonna switch over to the other one.
I am actually wondering how the actual hell I did that.
So, instead of cutting it all the way through, it cut in a weird angle.
Would that count as a scallop, or since we are being more lenient with throw bottles?
I don't know.
I'm going to.
I wouldn't count that because that's not necessarily in half like mine were.
Yeah. Okay, so the criteria is it has to be cut in half. I actually might use the longsword, to be honest with you.
Go get a long sword.
I'm using it.
Oh, bastard sword, yeah.
Bastard sword, longsword. In medieval history, the terms were used interchangeably, so. So. Hey! Hey, better, swing! Okay.
Where'd the rest of the bottle go? What'd you throw at me?
I threw a Pepsi. I mean a Dr. Pepper. I think that's it. Oh, that went everywhere.
Yeah, it did. Look at that.
How did you manage that?
I did a full straight swing like that.
Okay, so it clean and then scalloped at the end, so we're counting that. Outlaw Knight is just getting giddy at this point over the fucking.
No, look.
Oh god. If these swords were blunt, I'd be in danger. Ready?
Good. You scalped it again.
I don't know know if this is a mark of my skill or a mark of me having bad aim.
I'll give you another one. These green teas are just unforgiving now.
What, the bottles?
Yeah, the bottles.
Oh, I thought you were going to say what they do to you.
You're just unforgiving. There we go. That's in half. That's clean. A little bit of scallop, but that's clean. Full through.
Yeah.
That counts.
It's the fact that these are round that it throws off.
You missed something. You actually scalped it. That counts as a point. I'll count that. It's actually scalped.
We are now at 3 points each. The fact
I'm
doing
4. I just cut one.
Oh yeah, 4. I'm at 3 and he's at 4. Who's up next?
I'm gonna try and see if I can't get
Dr.
across.
Picker.
I'm gonna see if I can't get a swipe in like that.
Ooh, you did it! I'm not drunk, I swear. We are completely sober and professionals.
Show them the other side because they're not
Oh.
seeing the big dip.
Oh, I'm showing on a 360 view. My question is, how? Just how?
I'm just gonna do one more. That would have been a block hit.
Yeah, with the saber, if your edge alignment is off, it's a bitch.
Quit grabbing onto my lanyard. The edge alignment's just unforgiving. It twists your ankle, or it twists your wrist.
I know. The saber is fun, but at the same time,
It hurts.
it's definitely a sword that demands
Demands a lot of strength in your wrist.
and skill use.
This cannot go in the... No, it cannot go in the thing yet.
Oh, we should move these scabbards. They're getting sucked. That's probably why the Viking sword. We really need to start thinking about where we put shit.
I'm gonna use a katana.
We've used the Unokubi. I don't think you've ever used that. Just lay it there, I'll take care of it.
Taking a quick pause.
And we are back from hiatus. With Outlaw Knight, first ever cuts with the Unokubi Zakuri Hanwei Raptor. Your thoughts on the sword, Outlaw Knight?
Very light. Easy to use for me.
The reason that is because a lot of the heart steel that would be in the spine has been removed on that blade. Of course, he's going to attempt the fucking backhand, which I've proven can be done. And Outlaw Knight has just proven.
I did the same thing you did.
He scalloped it. I think at this point they can just see how we have Native American in our blood. It's just scalping shit. It's like these drinks are so white people that the Native Americans in our blood is just making us scalp them. All right. Okay, that was my bad. I was more. We're trying to keep these in frame, so we're not throwing as high as we usually do. Okay, I'm going to back the camera up just a bit so we can move forward just a little. Because I still feel what... I caught that like this. Just a little close to the outlaw wagon. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
You're just throwing them too short.
I don't want to throw them too hard or too high because then they get out of camera.
Throw them at me.
Dude, I think you nicked it. Get the fucking bottle. we can't make this shit up, my noble outlaws. He cut the very little nipular off the bottom. Just the tip. That brings a new meaning to the phrase, just the tip. One-handed with my non-dominant. Hey-ya, ha, hey-ya, hey-ya.
So racist.
It's not racist. You can talk to my great-grandma. I'm part Cherokee. It's not racist. I just don't know what the hell I'm saying. Woo-hoo-hoo! And if Walt Disney can get away with it for like 50 fucking years, I can get away with it.
Look at how clean that cut is.
Ooh.
And that's one-handed chopped down.
I think you're better at one-handed cuts, honestly.
Yeah, because I missed every other one as soon as I go one-handed.
I think this proves that you should not use two-handed swords and just use like one-handed short blades. All right, let me try with the Unakubi. Now, I do have a lot more experience cutting with the Unakubi than Outlaw Knight. But I don't necessarily think the difference is going to be outstanding. What were your thoughts while cutting with this?
It's very light. I could maneuver it easy with one wrist.
Very robotic, your responses.
There it is. You cut off the bottom.
Where is it?
To your left, right there. Nope.
How the hell? I'm starting to think I'm not a white man anymore.
There it is. You cut off the lid. The lid landed way over here somewhere.
I think we stopped keeping track of points too.
Yeah, we did.
We're just having fun at this point. This is 90% of what our videos turn out to be. What happened?
You tipped it. What'd you do?
I don't think... I felt it hit, but...
I heard it hit.
What happened was I must have made contact with the flat.
Scalped it again.
Call me Big Chief Katana Feather. We have run out of targets, Outlaw Knight.
I know. It's a crane shame.
And now he's become Outlaw Highlander.
It's a crane shame.
Next thing you'll know, he'll be wearing a fucking kilt in blue face paint.
Scotland forever.
You can take my job, you can take my country, but you won't take my mantis. Oh, you just watched the chop shit. Good way to end the video, I guess. Just don't go ham.
You mean don't go ham?
I mean, don't go fucking absolutely insane.
Well, I'd have to chop with something that actually chops, not... You and me are just just gonna keep taking turns on that stick till we break it.
We'll get the stands.
I'm gonna use this one. Are you really gonna use that for chopping?
Yes.
Why?
This is chopping is partially what this thing was designed to do. You took the heavy sword. I took the sword that was literally designed to do this.
On wood?
On human bones. I mean, both the katana and this were kind of made to do what we're about to do. So. Okay, 3 chops each. Ready, set, go! 1 chop later. Go. 2.
Probably should be wearing helmets for this.
Probably, but we're not smart. 3. Chop the bastard. What? Now let me see my baby, because that was actually kind of cringe. The fucking thing's still straight. Cold steel. They get bad rap saying they're overbuilt and shit, but really, when you have rednecks that do shit like this, I think this was mine, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll try to chop over here.
Hello. Yep.
I told you! I told you this thing was made to chop into shit!
It'll be sometime soon. Yeah.
Those are good.
Well, you should have said something to me. I'd actually just given you a piece. Alright, well, I'm gonna hop off here. We'll be right back.
I think that's just shy of a quarter of an inch into the fucking thing.
Alright. Let's see that puppy real quick.
Of course, Outlaw Knight has to do it now. And chop!
Jeez.
What?
I didn't realize this thing was such a machine.
I told you, that sword was designed to chop someone's head off of horseback. All cold steel swords are overbuilt for people to do dumbass shit like this. So, personally,
that's good flail around sword.
oh,
You chopped kind of sideways this time, didn't you?
yes.
Okay. Once your third one's good, then let me in on it. I want to get in on this some of that different action right there.
Stay.
Oh. Nice. Alright, let me see that bad boy.
This thing survived the British proof test, so.
Well, I wonder why.
See, the British proof test is bending that sumbitch almost to a 45-degree angle on either side, and then beating the hell out of it 10 times each side on a 8x8 log. You have to chop it from there. You have to chop it from there. It's still on the stem.
Chink sound this time. Did we finally bend her? Sounded like it.
Well,
I don't think so.
it had a slight bend this way to begin with, and it hasn't really been exasperated.
Okay. Well, she's still good then. Now it's the longsword's turn.
No. We are ending the video before we do break or bend one of my swords. So until next time, my noble band of outlaws, Outlaw Samurai tells all y'all, be crazy rednecks, be safe using your weapons, and we're out. Peace. Hello, my noble band of outlaws, Outlaw Samurai.
Yep, this is going to be a blooper. It's going to be a blooper.
We forgot to rehearse that part.